and the last demo for this little demo day romp, Where Birds Go to Sleep. Now, I don't know what the game's story is. I don't really know what the game's gameplay is, but I was very intrigued by the visuals, and I really want to see what kind of story we can get out of this one. So, I anticipate that I'll be doing a lot of reading with this one too, which I'm okay with. You know, I'm fine with doing that so long as I've got plenty of hydration. I have a full water bottle next to me. So let's give this game a go, shall we? A Hidden Memory. New game. But yeah, it's got this kind of painterly style that I always like. I always am a fan of unique art styles. Make no mistake, you've made your decision. Every word you say, every thought acknowledged will plant a seed. Each gesture and inflection, no matter how insignificant, is a step that threads a clear path to a secret garden. There is a hidden cost, a chance for any inkling to root itself deeply. Leave a mark. There is a bed of flowers made ready for you, for the moment when you eventually crumble under the pressures of life, and lie down in the position assumed over and over again. When you fall back on the nature you've cultivated, your second nature.
The moon's quite high today, isn't it?
Oh, it's voice acting.
What day is it today, anyway? Oi, fella. We've been quiet for some time now, you know what I mean? What's your name?
Find out what he's made of.
Look at us, brother. Two prisoners in a boat. There's a start of a joke.
We don't have to talk.
So there's this joke, but he probably won't like it.
You know, I have a feeling, yeah? An intuition. Call it whatever you want. But we'd go well together, you and I. Make a good team.
Uh-huh.
Like you know, hummus and bread, we'd complement each other well. It's always two essential ingredients. Two vital things, yeah? Got two arms, two hands, two legs. But just one cock and one head. Now, two heads is better than one, but two cocks. Depends on who you ask. You can't disagree, can you?
No.
Hey, relax. That was out of order, I know. But should have seen your face, though. What was your name, sorry?
Dunley.
Dunley. Dunley, yeah? That's a good name. Lovely name, mate. I'll enjoy saying it.
Well, the prison guards told me your name. I know who you are. Tit.
You fucking what? Did? Like your mum's did? They must have got me mixed up with someone. Name's Como. C-O-R-O-M-R-M-O. Yeah?
Let's not get too familiar.
Okay, so Cormo is our name.
Yeah. You're right. But I reckon we should.
So we're prisoners. Okay. A week has passed since your arrival at the prison colony. The camp has been abandoned. There's no one here, not a single soul. Dunlin spends his days looking out at the sea, awaiting the rescue party. Back home, your sister is ill. The cure is meant to be on this island. Find the missing people. Save your sister. Okay, so sick sister, we gotta find the cure. A new thought entered your mind. Talk to Dunlin.
There you are. Is this how you go around, trudging around in the mud?
What? What do you mean?
You're not really dressed for the occasion, are you?
Okay, I can't, Okay, I can't pause the game. I was trying to see if I could lower the audio levels, since I didn't do that in the menu. I didn't know how loud the game would be. He's just... What does he know about style?
Look who's stalking. First of all, you look like a freshly unearthed potato. All brown and drab with a bald head of yours.
Yes. My garments are fit for purpose, though.
Yeah, whatever you say, my friend.
Very interesting art style. Talk to Dunlin. Ask about his occupation.
So, Danlin, I never asked you. What was your job before becoming a professional bellend?
I'll have you know I worked close to the Myra on the higher levels of the sanatorium.
And that means...
Can you, elaborate on that? Maybe just a tiny bit, mate. I'm a bit stupid.
We were resolving the mysteries of air and vibration, uncovering the complex formulae and principles that elude words. But hearing them brings our hearts closer to the sky, or the sky closer to us. We haven't figured that one out yet. We made and played music, Cormo.
Of course. Can't wait to hear some of your tunes.
Thank you. Maybe later. I'm not having the best day.
Talk to Dunlin.
Hello, Dan.
What is it, Cormo? We talked not long ago.
I'll be around.
Okay. So this is probably more visual novel-esque. Love the art style. Go to the provisionary camp, approach the large provisionary camp. Have a look at the smaller tent or the widely colored pavilion. The beach to your right, the landing site is behind you. Have a look at the smaller tent. There's a pair of putrid shoes on the floor, placed neatly under a made bed. A single bed, unusual given the circumstances. Approach the bed. There's a little bump under the blanket. There's a doll hidden under the blanket, tucked underneath a shirt.
What sort of a grown man sleeps with a doll?
Put away. New thought entered your... Oh, brush hook. Brush hook, a primitive, versatile tool that combines the handle of an axe with the blade of a machete. Its brutish, top-heavy momentum amplifies any swing tenfold. Even the lightest swing is sure to cut through a branch as wide as a thigh bone. Any material ensnared on the inside of the thick sickle blade will glidely smooth to the middle of the crescent, where it will give in to the forces that be. This is a forestry tool used for cutting wood. Okay, so I can hit M at any time to check out descriptions here. I'd be very upset if someone called me a freshly earthed potato. Yeah, that feels like a very pub-like insult for like a guy that's probably 7 beers into the night going, "Hey lad, you look like a freshly earthed potato. Shall I have to wash you off under the sink, eh?" Like that feels like a very out on the pub with the lads kind of banter. Shireen's locket, a memento to look at before going to sleep. A brass locket painted silver a long time ago. It houses a treasure, a prized possession, a dream. Cormo commissioned a portrait of his sister Shireen be made on her 16th birthday, as per tradition in the circles of all properly borns of the benefactory. But Shireen is not born properly, and neither is Cormo. They rarely meet, but he wanted only the very best for her, the things he never had. Dreams and wishes fulfilled, always ready to be experienced vicariously in this locket, in her face. Look her well and long in the eyes before you sleep. It always helps you dream well. So he really cares for his sister, ragged doll, a bundle of rags invoking the form of a man, and a bit of nostalgia. The fabric is tough and crusty from salt, stained by earthy colors. Its filling and the insides have moved to unnatural places, a sign of years of use and abuse. Its disfigured head is particularly concerning, showing a blank expression of resignation, abandoned. Its soul left with its owner. And Mare Idol. Can I not? There we go. Mare Idol. What a striking idol. Body of a beautiful woman broken away from the mast of your boat. This being is a symbol of Mare, a perfect being connecting the human with the sea above and below. Now the idol is ruined, forever worthless without its other half. The water reflects all. Every creature and thing on land or sky have their counterpart mirrored in the water. Another you, another statue. We can only be complete when we meet in the sea. And then, Jestful Transmutation. That thing you said to Dunlin, hilarious. How can he ever recover? He should loosen up, the self-important Dunslin. It's just banter. It's just a bit of banter. Day in the life of a proper British Brexit geezer. Get up, greet the wife Susan. Go have some pints with the lads and a bit of banter. As a joke knocks your mind uninvited, but unlike a dream, it has to be willed into existence. By you. The most pathetic Jin Orneus? Yeah. The most pathetic Jin Orneus descended at sunset. To play mischievous tricks and suck on children's thumbs to sustain himself. What? Huh? Fucking weird. Alright, I want to take a look at the widely colored pavilion. This great tent housed multiple convict explorers. There are multiple beds, trunks, chests, and chairs all around the pavilion, along with makeshift floorboards and carpets. It feels like a house, but the stench in here is unbearable.
Oh, smells horrid in here. Oh, I can't. I can't.
Okay, so it smells like absolute ass in there. The bench to your right. To the right, a forest looms, a great wall of an impenetrable fortress. Staving off the salty, soft breeze from the spreading sea, overlooked by a giant rock. There are shoes thrown about. Hundreds of shoes, along with some shirts and trousers, are left laying on the beach, moving in and out by the tide, an eerie sight. There's something else. Have you noticed? Notice now. Cormo's eye twitches. An odd tickle, a shiver crawls across the surface of his brain. You realize the shoes are all vastly different sizes. Some of these shoes are very, very small. Woman's shoes. These tiny shoes would fit women's feet, only everybody knows women were sent to this prison. No women were sent to this prison colony island. Why not? Exploring the unknown, uncharted lands is dangerous and physically demanding work. The barely living conditions are dreadful. Amenities non-existent. You are expected to die here. Some lives are more disposable than others. Can that be the reason? Properly borns don't care. Man or woman, a body is a body. The convicts sent to this cursed island are not people. They are bodies. Through their choices, they have given up their humanity to become vermin. In this, their chance to right their wrongs, their flesh to be used until expiration. The island rejects us, along with prisoners. A lot of prisoners will die, consumed by this machine operation. But eventually, with enough blood spent, the island will give in. What wondrous occasion that will be. What's that sound? A wet crunch. Unbelievable. In the corner of his eye, Cormo sees a hermit crab. the size of a fist crawls out from a tiny leather shoe, only to slide into another, slightly larger boot. Moments later, the boot sprouts long spider-like legs and trots away towards the ocean. It begs the question, if you were to live in a shoe, where would you live? The heel. Right by the entrance, with a lot of fresh air and access to daylight. The sole is the thickest here, providing ample protection from the outside. You could hide here very well. A fascinating topic. Think of it next time you find some shoes around the camp. Look at the far-off rock. This is interesting writing. Okay, so we were sent here by something, and we're on some kind of prison barge, I guess, or this is like a prison island or something, and we're here for an investigation. The boulder, excuse me, a 4-minute walk distance from forms a natural pier, a lookout at the sea. Would be a nice place to think things over for one day. But today is not that day. Look at the forest.
I'm naked. I need to get some shut-eye before I go to the forest.
Turn to the beach. Back to camp. Landing is beside you. Large bonfire. This massive pyre is made of raw, barely processed tree logs stacked on top of each other. The dead branches and dried bark were left untouched. It is a rough and instinctual moment erected for a singular purpose. How'd they get the wood up? In the morning, of course. The prisoners woke at first light, daybreak, neck-break speed. They used the slight incline of the beach to raise the logs, with wedges for incremental support. Or a pulley, a set of ship ropes, and 30 men at an angle. There's no knowing for certain, but they worked together, despite their differences in blood or education. A dream for the machine of abuse. There are chains around the pyre. Why? Prisoners drank and danced amongst their own. Both prisoners and guards reveled in shared their misfortunes. It mattered little. All of them were swept away to this island like rubbish, and the salt-cured fish didn't taste any better for the guards or prisoners. In the last of daylight, they were like brothers, arm in arm, drunk of diluted wine and wine made of bread and lemons, sharing made-up stories of lives they haven't lived. Come morning, they were properly borns and knots, the way it's meant to be. Glass bottles litter around. The gleam and twinkles of broken glass perforate through the sand. The smell of alcohol and dissipates. The smell of alcohol is dissipated long ago. Alcoholic beverages are forbidden by the benefactory and should not be supplied, so it gives. Being an explorer is a miserable job. And so, as if by accident or mercy, a barrel or two finds their way onto the supply boats, along with fruit that no one eats, but is instead used in wine brewing. You would know. The huge fire was never lit. This is a signal fire. For when things go south, it is to be set alight, the smoke reaching to the higher stratosphere, letting all and sundry know what is happening here. This raging fire would touch the clouds bold and furious, polluting the night sky with hues of warmth. It would be seen from across the horizon, an unmistakable clue. Why wasn't it used? Don't even think about it. There's a reason it wasn't used by anyone in the prison colony. However, they needed help from the city of Ugarit. Okay, so I don't know if this is real world or fictitious. I'm gonna guess fictitious. This signal fire is not here for you. It's a warning. Notice something? Notice. I wonder why we're wearing a mask. I'm aware. Okay, so something else is here. Approach the provisionary camp. Smaller tent. Pair of shoes next to the bed. A pair of undersized shoes. The size makes them look uncomfortable. If you were to live in a shoe like this, where would you live? The front. Cormo puts his hand into the shoe, searching. Finding nothing. Shouldn't have bothered. The heel? Cormo presses his fingers against the heel. It moves ever so slightly. Lifting the shoe, the threads fixing the sole to the heel section are loose, with something filling the space in between. There's a piece of paper, folded over 10 times. To Mina, Mia best friend, or my best friend, you opened this letter, and that means the moon has burnt, and another year's sins has passed. To this day, I am 18 years old. One more, and I would be able to partake in life and merrier intended, or in life as merrier intended. 'Tis a better life we can lead, with some of a thing to aspire to, instead of causing minor offenses like verminions, rats, and the lake. I am well, just tired and hungry. Okay, I don't know what that yeah. Huh. Dream of pleasant things. I want to know things about Cormo. Ooh.
No. I want to get up. I want to go to work. Let me sleep.
There's work to do.
The pain. The pain of getting up while it's still dark. Humans were not made for this.
That is true. We were not. I don't know. Some people prefer night shifts, but humans weren't made to be forced to be woken up. You can't just lie in bed forever.
All right. Not forever. Just 5 more minutes.
It's the same every... What would you prefer?
Doing things on my terms. No one to boss me around. No pressure.
I want to be a VTuber. Have you ever thought of that? I could commission a VTuber model.
Nothing would ever get done.
And whatever gets done now, every man here, apart from the busybodies, put in the absolute minimum and call it a day. This ship will reach its destination in spite of the crew. No thanks to it.
You chose this.
For the money. But the money's not here. It's difficult to find reason to get up today when my pay is a moon away. And what a pitiful sum it is. If I couldn't smuggle the rare goods, this miserable torture wouldn't be worth it.
Okay, so we seem to have been a former, ship worker of some kind. Smuggling? What?
Depends. Depends on what's in demand. It's always stuff you can't get in Ugarit.
Ugarit, okay.
Making jewelry, trinkets, ornate pens, ornate penises made of antler bones for the ladies. Right now, aphrodisiacs.
Well then.
Why not? It's all hush-hush under high society, but old women need some fun too. I'm all about more opportunities for women. There will be 100-fold return. That's the price of my trust. But that's still moons away.
Where's the ship headed?
To Venator, of all places. Great place, if you can stand the cold. It's not that cold, but it can snow. I just can't wait for those cold mornings. They have no birds this time of year. Mental. The birds all left south and then east. They've got more sense than the people.
It's difficult to find a purpose for getting up.
It is. But hold on. I'm not on a ship. I'm on this cursed island. Where they
I
sent
really
them
like
to
the
die.
painterly style of this whole thing. It's really cool.
What a relief. At least I can sleep in peace on a proper bed.
Like, I'd have these framed on my wall.
The smell of wet sand. Oh no. I'm waking up.
Okay, so we were on a ship, but we're not anymore. Our present is that we are on a prison island. Dream on. Dream on! The shoes were so small. On the 5th moon, once the Festival of Ilk, a joyous occasion, is over, the night rolls in sluggishly. The quiet night, shadows grow many legs. That quiet night, shadows grow many legs, long and thin. They clitter down from the Minar, through the winding streets and alleys, leaving no stone unturned, no house unchecked. Every mother knows to hold what is dear close to their hearts, lest an odd heartbeat be heard, or an odd sigh, a knock, a second, a third. The door opens, and then quiet. A gaunt face peeps in from above, its neck long, body nowhere to be seen. It scries in silence. It is too much to bear, and many just give up. I should have saved this for horror days. Damn it, I should have saved this for October. Fuck. It's too much to bear, many just give up. They take what is precious and under the moonlit sky, offer their unaccounted children to the soaring, long, and many-legged missionaries of the generous envoy, which gives all and sundry the chance to be inspected and accepted by Mayor, our benefactors. Even those who might have missed or forgotten were otherwise unable to present themselves at the Festival of Ilk, a joyous occasion. Okay, so there might have been some kind of weird supernatural stuff going on. Dream of the prison colonists. Did you always speak this tongue? Who has given it to you? Who has imposed it on you early in your childhood? It was not your ancestors, and certainly not your families. Who is it exactly that occupies your inhaled state and makes you say the words you can say? Controls how you say them? The only words you know how to say, and the ideas you come up with. Who benefits from this? I will not let the settlers in. I will expel the colonizers of my brain. Wake.
See above. What the fuck was that?
Quick, follow him.
Darling, is that you?
He went to the landing. Dunlin? Dunlin? There he is. He's quick.
Darling.
Not now. I'm in the middle of something.
It might not have been him. Wait it out.
Fountains made of silver. In them, a white bird flock plays a song of songs.
Any minute now.
You're trying to be funny, mate. How long do you plan to take? Because now is not the time.
I'm in the middle of a prayer. Could whatever it is wait a minute?
Of course, I understand.
Of course. I understand. Of course I do.
The white bird flock plays a song of songs. Tears, touch, and joy without end. Life without end.
Any minute now.
You're trying to be funny, mate. How long do you plan to take? Because now is not the time.
Okay, we can hurry him up.
I'm in the middle of a prayer. Could whatever it is wait a minute?
I can't wait. Politely disagree.
Yeah, nah, listen. I don't want to be improper. Mine was all due respect. Danlin, I saw... I don't fucking know what I saw, but you remember, your station was here. I told you not to go around the camp. You had to watch the shore.
Cormo?
He's trying to tell me something.
Yes? What is it?
It wasn't me. Now, I want to finish my prayer.
I understand, I get it.
Yeah, well, of course. It's better this way.
So yeah, something else is here.
Come around.
I have fears as many as there are stars on the sky. You said it. We have to work together. Keep a strong mind. For now, let me pray.
I still have to wonder about the mask, though.
What were you thinking? Are you that stupid? Did you really think he would believe a word you say? Of course he wouldn't. Why would he, after all you've said and done? You can't allow mistakes like this to happen. You can't allow yourself to be caught off guard.
I wanted to find out.
Then keep your fucking mouth shut. There's something wrong with him. He might be compromised. Big mistake. Big mistake being sympathetic for those who have no sympathy for you. They will eat you alive. Don't get eaten.
Okay. A new thought entered your mind. Two more. Naivety, the generous envoy, drudgery at dawn, colonized brain, and handwritten letter. To Mina, my best friend, nursery, 7th floor, eastern wing. You open this letter. Yeah. So we've already read that. Drudgery at dawn. This place may be terrible, but at least you don't have to get up with the sun and slave away for a pittance. Right. And then generous envoy. On the 5th moon, a festival of every ilk. Yeah, we've already... We already went through this. And then colonized brain. Yeah, we've already gone through that too. I'm just making sure if there's anything new with the dialogue, but it doesn't seem like it. Naivety. Why can't things be the way they should? On this earth, our feet are firmly planted, while our heads float in the sky gracefully. Which is the world we see and the world we inhabit, to show ourselves in earnest, with childlike innocence. We could dream together, lying in the field in the place where dreams are made, where things can change and we can be whoever we want to be. Can you see what I see? I believe it can happen. I know you can be who you want to be. Okay. So that's all that. Piece of jewelry on the bed. The one and only, unique and extraordinary locket, housing Cormo's prized possession. It must have slipped out of Cormo's pocket. Looking at it would always guarantee a good night's sleep. Why not take a look? No new thoughts. Head empty. There's a pair of putrid shoes on the floor. A single bed, unusual given the circumstances. Go outside. Beach to my right. Look at the far rock. Yeah, today's not the day.
Is there something I missed? I won't be back for a while.
To the forest. Let's take a look. There might have been more to explore in the tent, but I want to see what's in here. Yeah, the way that the environments are painted in this is really, really interesting. Oh. I have made my decisions. Schizophy? The skull barrier has been removed and your brain pulsates to the outside world. It sends and receives frequencies to the most bizarre type, For the first time, you can feel the sun and its warmth on your gray matter. Ow. Yeah, this is an interesting game. The tickle of the salty wind as it flows in the fissure between your hemispheres. Thank you for playing. Oh, please consider filling out the feedback form and let us know your thoughts. And kindly wishlist the final game if you haven't already. Okay. Well, I didn't expect the demo to be over that fast, but there it is. That was Where Birds Go to Sleep. Very interesting. I'm intrigued by the mystery, and I will say that the imagery of it is very striking. Easily one of the most striking game demos that I've showcased on my little demo day stuff that I've done. So, yeah, and a nice bit of creeping dread horror, which I'm always a fan of. I wish I knew about that because I could have saved this for October, but I'm glad I played it now because I've been intrigued about this game for a while. So, yeah, that's going to be all, I suppose, regarding the demos to showcase because we've been going for over 4 hours now. But yeah, that's the demo day for today. A bit impromptu, but I'm glad I did it. So, for all the games that I showcased, make sure to give them a wish list because they definitely deserve it. This game also deserves it as well. Go wish list this and the others that I've showcased. And that will conclude the demo day stream. So, yeah, with that said, stay hydrated, keep your postures checked, support indie games. I'll keep you all posted for whenever I plan on doing another one of these, because I do enjoy doing these demo day streams. So yeah, I just like to look at these. So support them, give them a wish list, and I'll see you on the next stream. Take care, people.